From the beginning of the 20th century, that's right, back in 1904, a woman named Elizabeth Mackey. She was very concerned about economics of the time, especially the problem with homelessness. How can you get people to better themselves if they can't have good homes? And so, in order to teach some very complex concepts about the homelessness situation, she developed a game called the Landlord's Game. In 1904, Ms. McGee patented this game. It was a wonderful game. It had two things. You had two ways of playing this, as either forming a monopoly as a landlord or anti-monopoly. If you wanted to do a monopoly, you would have to drive out all the other players and be the only one left. However, if you were more enlightened, you could win by doing the anti-monopoly version where everyone wins. Well, this was a wonderful idea, but I'm going to say not many people were buying this game. But she still liked it. 1924 renewed that patent and kept it going. But someone who had played the game looked at it and made his own version. This version was kind of popular and attracted the attention of another company, a group called Parker Brothers. They took a look at this game, decided, yeah, this was something that they'd like to do. And they went and created the game Monopoly under the Parker Brothers label until they heard that maybe there was a competing patent. So they approached Miss McGee back in 1935 and said, hey, we're willing to buy this. And suddenly, Miss McGee's principles changed from the altruistic to the capitalistic, and she sold the rights to her game to Parker Brothers for $500. Well, Parker Brothers went ahead and made Monopoly. And there really was only one version of the winning. There no anti-monopoly one. There was just the Monopoly one. Hey, that's the name of the game. That's the game that became popular because everyone wanted to win. Everyone wanted to have a monopoly on the properties. So, Ms. McGee, she won in terms of being paid for the game. And the game became successful and is even known today in all of its various versions and variations. However, since the initial goal was to teach people how to be altruistic and the evils of monopolies, I'd have to say that this may have been Ms. McGee's biggest success was her biggest failure.